Craig Button with us on the show this morning. Speaking of trades, we've been trying to figure out what the value would be on Andrew Mangiapane. It's been reported that he's open to being traded somewhere where he can play a little bit more. The Oilers are shopping him right now. It does not look like it is going to work out here. He was scratched last night, Craig. What can you get in this situation right now if you're the Oilers for Mangiapane, do you think?
It's really interesting, isn't it? Like, Andrew Mangiapane is open to being traded. The Edmonton Oilers are open to him being traded too. It's crazy, but both parties want the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first thing they've agreed on all year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well said. Listen, I heard your previous on the start of it. Is it taking a contract back? Is it money back? I think that, like, you want money out. Yeah, somebody else is going to want your money out of their thing. It feels like underachieving player for underachieving player somewhere along the line. That's what it feels like. And if Mangiapane only had a year on his contract, I think it would be a little bit different. But he's got another year on his contract, and I know the cap's going up and everything, but teams around the league are not looking for underachieving players. And ever since Andrew left the Calgary Flames, there has not been achievement in his game. And so I think that makes it really difficult for the Edmonton. Like I said, I mean, you might be just switching people and chairs. You know, one player that's not performing well someplace else coming over for another player coming somewhere. I mean, Cole Perfetti for Andrew Mangiapane. I know there's an age difference, right? But that's the type of underperforming player in Winnipeg. Dollars are close, right? And for underperforming player, that type of thing. I'm not suggesting that.
Yeah, but you're just saying that's the example.
Underperformer for underperformer.
It feels like there should be a market for a guy who is a proven NHL goal scorer, especially in that Eastern Conference where there's 4 points separating last place and 8th place. And at least 5 of those teams, by my count, consider themselves playoff teams. In the Maple Leafs, the Bruins, the Devils, the Rangers, and I'd throw the Senators in there as well. All 5 of those teams, I think, started this year thinking that they would be playoff teams.
Well, you're in the offices. You must have your listening devices in the Edmonton Oilers office, or you're right there. Because what you just said is exactly what Stan Bowman is going. There's got to be a team that's interested in a guy that can score goals.
Somebody's got to want to move the needle a little bit.
Yeah. Somebody's going to want to move the needle, and then somebody goes, "Yeah, but like, don't we need goal scoring? And like, why would somebody want somebody that we don't want?" It's and you're right though, Will. And with Toronto makes sense. Yeah, I guess Toronto could make sense, but it is when a player is not showing, and this isn't a 1-year thing. That's that's the thing that's with Andrew. It'd be one thing if you go, "Oh, geez, he's having a little bit of an off year," change of scenery. It's been going on now for a few seasons. So that being said, teams are hopeful, and really this is where you get into the bargain shopping. And when I say bargain, a team is going, okay, we got to give up this. That's okay. We'll hopefully get this. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I think that's where the Edmonton Oilers will be trying to explore, to your point, some teams that might just need a little boost of scoring and whatnot. The Toronto Maple Leafs took a chance on Matias Maccelli. You'd have to think that Mangiapane is the same type of profile. So you want 2 of those guys. I don't know. I mean, they keep looking for the replacement for Mitch Marner.
Yep.
He's not out there.
Hey, before we let you go, I got to get your thoughts on the goaltending situation here, Craig, because they called up Ingram when Jari got hurt. He started 3 games in a row, played relatively well, and the conversation was, okay, well, when Jari's healthy, do you just send Pickard down and you keep Ingram around, and then Pickard plays absolutely brilliantly last night, his best game of the season. We're not too sure when Tristan Jarry is going to return, but how do you sort out the Ingram Pickard thing? Is it just a matter of Pickard's been the guy, so he's still the guy, or do you continue to try to get more of a look at Ingram right now?
Yeah, well, here's the good news just on the goaltending situation overall. It allows Tristan Jarry, with the goaltenders playing well, to really work back to as close to full health as possible. That's a real positive right now with respect. Obviously, the Connor Ingram story is something that's has got everybody's rooting for Connor. I don't think there's any question. He wasn't playing very well down in Bakersfield, but at the same time, don't judge him on what he was doing in Bakersfield as a whole. He's trying to work back to his game, and certainly he has come in and provided them good goaltending. They needed better goaltending from Calvin Pickard. Now he's delivering that. Connor Ingram doesn't need waivers for a period of time.
Yeah.
And so to me, depending on what the time frame is for Tristan Jarry, right, Pickard would go back down because not Pickard, Ingram would go back down because you might lose Pickard, and then where are you?
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Has Calvin Pickard done enough over the last 2 seasons, especially when you look at his spot starts in the playoffs?
They've been big.
That I get the feeling like he wouldn't last through waivers. That there would be at least one team out there that would be saying he's an upgrade over what we have for our backup goaltending.
If Noah Phillip doesn't last on waivers,
right?
Calvin Pickard has a chance to last on waivers.
I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to get your thoughts on Phillip getting claimed by Carolina. Were you surprised by that?
Yes.
Yeah, I was too.
I was surprised by it. I was surprised. They're looking for a little bit of more size in there, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit if in 2 weeks Noah Phillip is back on waivers and the Oilers get him back. It might be a stopgap for the Carolina Hurricanes. The waiver wire doesn't just work in terms of trying to acquire a player and you go, geez, this is a really good player. How did they put him on waivers? Sometimes you're looking at your injury situation and going, well, we get this guy. It's a minimum salary, and we'll put him back on waivers once our injury situation cleans up. And that's how I saw it from the Carolina point of view. I don't see a Carolina team looking at Noah Phillip and going, geez, he's the answer to our team. He's the answer to what we need to be stronger come playoff time. I think it's a stopgap move with some injuries, and then you move on from there. But maybe Noah gets an opportunity and shows that he can do more. But the waiver thing isn't just about I think in the case here that's what it is. I would, depending on if Jarry's out longer term, then you might be forced now to have to make a decision based on the waiver situation. But through this period of time, Connor Ingram doesn't have to be on waivers.
Good stuff, Craig. Really funny joke off the start. I've found it funny now as opposed to, very savage when you didn't talk with us. Yeah. We'll let you go put on a nice suit and call a hockey game, all right?
Hey, listen, if I'm savage, it's only because you taught me to be so.
I'll talk to you next week, Craig.
Happy New Year, you guys.
Yeah,
you too.
That's Craig Button. He's doing a fabulous job. Color at the World Juniors. They'll have the Germany-Switzerland game today, I believe.